G'day and welcome back to DuckZorly Gaming, our Let's Play series here on Fenton Forest 4x map by Stevie. Alright, we've just finished mowing up on field 8 and we are heading back to the farm with our class and the mower decks, and then we're going to head on up and we're going to windrow that field straight away while we've still got our hired hands working with our seeders and our Big M. So in the last episode, as I said, we had two hired hands seeding two of our fields, one with barley, one with wheat. So they are continuing on. We'll bring up the map in a minute and see how they're going. And then we've got another hired hand who is over at the far southern field, and he is settling into mowing all the grass there with a Big M. And in fact, he should be about halfway finished, if not a bit further. So we'll check in, have a look and see how they're going there. Alright, so it's going to bring this guy in here into the shed. We have our Atlas tractor there ready to go with the windrower. So we've done some maintenance on the windrower just to make sure that it's all ready to go. Well, running a bit quick there. Well, right, let's just quickly fix that. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Now we're not running so quick. Alright, so this is the tractor we're going to take out with the windrower. And so we're going to head on out there straight away and get things done. Alright, no mucking about today. Alright, there we go. Alright, well, what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the map, won't we? So we'll have a look at that quickly before we go out of the farm. So if we come out here to the map and we have a look, so there we go. So they've done a fair bit of work there, and I think I've just run into a tree. This guy here is doing his north-south runs, and he's well over 50% of the field done. This guy here is doing his he's doing north-south runs too by the look of it. And our man over here doing our mowing is probably 2/3 of the way through field 26. So as we said, we've still got a bit of work to do. We need to seed 23, 24, 2, 3 and 5. In fact, let's go back here. There we go, 2, 3, 5 and 1. So yeah. Alright, I ran into a tree. I didn't put the brakes on. Anyway, my bad. Alright. You'll see a lot. Oh, I got caught up on the shrubbery. Alright. Let's see if we can get our way out of here now. There we go. Alright, now let's get back up to field 8 and let's get this stuff done. Alright, so I'm going to head on up here. We're good to go. Hope everyone is doing really well. It's nice to be back and working from the farm now. In the last episode we let you know about the difficulty we'd had with the save game and going to the new version of the map that Stevie had put out. Now, as one of the things with Stevie, he's always making sure the map is 100% and making improvements to it. But certainly as a YouTuber trying to do a YouTube series, that can be an absolute pain in the proverbial, because if he does do significant changes and you're not able to resurrect the save game. Now, I mean, I spent some time making sure that I was doing it line by line with all the XML codes. Because it's not always just as easy as copying across the vehicle XML or the farm XML or whatever else. There's a lot more involved with it, and we tried doing it line by line, spent a couple of hours setting it all up, and to no avail. It still did not actually work. So unfortunately, that's what we're left with. Alright, now we're just going to unfold. I think I'm a bit close here. I think we're right there now. Okay. There we go. So we're going to lower him down, turn him on, and Bob's your uncle. We're going to head on out and just windrow this field as quick as we can. And again, we didn't just do the field, we actually did the edges of the field as well. So we're going to maximize the amount of grass we can get out of this area in one go. So we won't be setting him on a course or anything else. Now what we may well do, because this is going to be one of our permanent grass fields, or semi-permanent grass fields, we may actually increase the size of the field. We might come and plough some of this grass in as well, but that's something for a little bit later to worry about. For the moment, we will just use the field as it is and just capture the grass on the verges adjacent to the field itself. Alright. Now this is the big Swadro, I think it's the Swadro 2000, I think they call it, windrower. Now I haven't seen anything as big as this or anything else coming from Class as yet. I'm not sure if Class do put out a really big one. Actually, I'll have to do a bit of research into that. There is certainly a couple of smaller versions that they provide, and at least one of those is coming with the Class DLC. But yeah, I don't know if there's anything bigger than this available, so certainly for Farming Sim under 19 at least, that actually works. But so this is our biggest option at the moment. If there was a bigger one that was available, I may well look at using it. But the same token, shouldn't really be a horrible, cheaty, really terrible looking one. So if anyone is aware of a bigger windrower that's available, because if we start going to do straw and stuff on our other fields and our big fields, we're going to need something a bit bigger, then let me know in the comments down below. Alright, there's our first run almost done. Now I don't think we're going to get straight into doing any baling or anything either, mainly because we haven't got a good storage solution for bales, but I can tell you there is one coming, and that's all I will say. But what we will do is we will, like I said, we'll just collect the grass, we'll store it in our silos for now, and at least we've got some fresh grass there for feed for sheep if we end up getting some sheep, which is probably the most likely thing we'll set up first, and then anything else thereafter. Alright, so we're going to do this like another header row. I think we'll do 2 header rows effectively, and then we'll do some north-south runs. Try not to leave too much behind. So our Xerions that are out there doing the seeding, they're at 40% seed left and 80% of fertilizer left. So they should be okay to get those fields done with one load, which is good, because filling up those seed hawks is quite an expensive venture. So that means we can at least get one field done out of a seed hawk, which is great. We don't have to worry about going off and then having to refill it or setting up a overload or anything with some seed and some fertilizer in it, or transporting some or pardon me, transporting some pallets out to the field or anything else like that. So it makes that a little bit easier. And we did say it was going to be sort of like a go big go home type series, so that's all well and good. Alright, lift him up. We're going to start our north-south runs now, obviously. Alright, now we will end up leaving some grass behind, it's almost inevitable, but we'll just do the best we possibly can. Now the other option we've also got as well is we will be using at times follow me. So for instance, when I'm doing this, I could actually have another tractor following behind, collecting up all the grass, or tethering the grass, or doing whatever we want it to do. That will be an option we will use through this Let's Play series. So we'll be using the full gamut of course play, hired workers, and also a follow me. Unlike our other series on Wilhelmina Forest though, this won't be a series where we get any immigrants or anything coming in to give us a hand. This will be entirely done solo by myself. Like it or lump it, ladies and gents. Alright, anyway, we'll continue on. We've got probably another 3 passes to do here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy straight down to field 26, I think it is, where we're doing the mowing, and he can be set up and get to work down there as well. Now I think we're going to set ourselves a limit of say 5 hired workers. Any more becomes a bit too expensive to run, so that's basically what we're going to do, limit ourselves with. So at any one time we can only have 5 hired hands running the farm. That doesn't include me, obviously, but that at least gives us a bit of a boundary, so as we have some sort of limitations. I mean, we could quite easily just run as many as we want, but then it's very expensive, and it's probably not going to really be as realistic as it probably could be. Not that we're playing ultra realistic or anything else like that, though, either. So the Giants, after going to Gamescom, I don't know if they're at PAX. I think PAX East or PAX West is on at the moment. They've started getting through their mods that are in the mod hub for testing again. A couple of mods coming out there that I may have a particular interest in. There is one coming out that you have already seen the video. I've pre-released the video. And that is the Easy Development Controls mod from our good friend Andy, GTX. And that is a great mod, especially for YouTubers, but not just for YouTubers. But for setting up farms and things like that, it is a godsend. It makes it so much easier. You can set all your fields and everything else. So it's very similar to what he brought for Farming Simulator 17, but just much, much better. It's also very good for the map makers in relation to, it gives all the debug commands and all that sort of stuff as a GUI, just to enable those to make debugging and all that sort of stuff so much easier for them as well. And then for the general casual user, it provides the ability to have some flexibility. Instead of using the commands to do cheaty console commands, as we would call it, you can just use it with a GUI. So if you've got a tipper trailer and you need to fill up the sheep with some grass, for instance, if you've got no grass, well, you can fill up that trailer via the Easy Development command with grass, lickety split. You can also then go and set your field. So if I didn't really want to plow and set up this field again, I could just set this field to be wheat at a growth state of fully grown, or I might set it to be just a cultivated field, all that sort of stuff, with the fertilizer states, the weed state, the lime state. So yeah, very, very good. If you're interested, check it out. I have got a video out on it, and there will be another video coming very, very soon. So feel free to go check that out, and the link will be up above about now for you to go and check that one out. It's going to be a fantastic mod. Well, it is a fantastic mod. It's been a life send. It saved me a couple of hours in setting this map back up. So I recommend that for anyone that's setting up maps for plays, and then also for YouTubers and map developers. Alright, this is pretty much our last run. We may come back and do a little bit of tidying up there in that corner. But then again, we may just leave it because it's probably not really worthwhile grabbing that last couple of little tufts of mown grass. And the same with this stuff that's going to be left on our left hand side. So we'll come down through here, collect this. Will I get caught in the tree? Nope. Okay, so we'll just tidy this bit up here, and then that's it. We're done. Then we need to come and collect it all. Come up through. And there we have it. All right. Now, the other thing I need to do as well is today is Father's Day. Obviously, you're going to be watching this, and Father's Day has been and gone. So it's Father's Day in Australia, at least. I'm not sure. I think we share that with the UK, possibly, but definitely not with the States. Their Father's Day is a totally different time, and I can't remember where it is, when it is. So my apologies. But yeah, so it's Father's Day here. So I'm just going to get this episode out of the way, then I'm going to go spend some time with the family. Hopefully they're going to make me breakfast, actually. Anyway, we shall see what happens there. But wishing all the dads out there a happy Father's Day, a belated one. And yeah, enjoy the day. I hope you enjoyed the day. Alright. So now we're going to take the long path down to where the Big M is. Now he's just finished down there, so what we're going to do is we're going to swap out. We're going to bring the Big M back up to the farm, and he's going to take this and windrow that field. Probably shouldn't be driving through the farm at 50 odd mile an hour or kilometre an hour, but anyway. There's no one else around at the moment. Quiet morning. Alright, head on down the road. Right, let's bring up the mini map and just see how those guys are going. Yeah, they're getting through there. I think field 25 will be finished very soon, by the look of it. Field 22 won't be too far behind. So that'll be nice. Then we can start working on some of the smaller fields. It's a long drive. And to think we've only got not even a quarter of the map in use at the moment. So there's going to be a lot of work entailed in building up our farming empire here on Fenton Forest. But we've got a beautiful environment to do it in. So apologies for that, there was a yawn. Yeah, so it's a wonderful environment to do it in, and we'll really enjoy it. I do want to get up into the north side of the map as well. I think you'll enjoy the north side of the map and the challenges that are up there. So our next expansion might well be to set up a secondary farm up to the north. And we'll probably do that as a sort of like a specialised area. It may well just be purely for supporting cows or purely for supporting sheep or something like that. So we'll have a bit of a look. I think what we're going to do as well is the fields over to the west on that isle of land, a little islet. That will be our cotton producing land, I think, for the future. Won't be getting into that straight away, but I think in the short to medium term, that's what the plan will be. When we buy land over there, that'll just be purely for cotton farming. Obviously taking consideration there will be crop rotation that has to occur, but we'll set up a crop rotation that is most beneficial for the cotton to be the majority crop over there, and we'll set up the cycle so as at least there's the majority of fields are running cotton at the same time, as best we possibly can, of course. Alright, so we're going to head off here to the right, and then over here, this is where the field has been mowed. Coming up through here, I can see the Big M from here. So we'll clear him off the field, and then once we've done that, we can get this guy started. So we come down through here. All right. There we go. Now, got that. So we're going to jump into the Big M. We're going to swap seats. I'm going to get him out, like so. Big M needs a bit of a wash too. Bit of a dirty field, that one, I think. Alright, so, got the Big M there. Where are we? We're over here. And we're going to get this guy started as well. So, we're going to get him ready. Bring up our course plate. I'm going to set this up. Course generation. Field 26 headland. We're going to do 2 headlands. That's all we need to do. In fact, no, we're just going to do 1. We'll do 1 headland. Start working on the up and down rows first, though. And that should be about it. 19 meters in width, current vehicle position, generate the field course. There it is. Back. Set him for the first waypoint and set him off. And he's going to come into the field. Oh, he's starting. He must be starting over the other side of the field. That's okay. All right, we'll let him continue on and do that. And we will just head back on over here, grab the big M, and head back up to the farm. All right, so there we have it. Bring in the big M, and off we go, back to the farm. Now, I apologise if you can hear the elephants up above me. That's the kids. They've obviously all woken up. But unfortunately, it's not always possible to keep the house nice and quiet when you're trying to record. That's the pros and the cons of having 3 young kids and a wife. But anyway, that's all good. All right, nothing coming up the track up through there. Head on over here. What we might do is we might get out of cab for the moment, and we'll see what these guys are doing in relation to their sowing of the field. So this is the next big field we need to sow. So that's what we'll be doing. We'll be getting that one sown next, and then we'll be on to some of the smaller fields. In which case, like I said before, we'll put the seed hawks away and we'll just use the Horsch Pronto 9DCs to do all the seeding for the smaller fields. They're quite quick, they're nimble. And it's a lot easier to do the smaller fields with those than try and get the seed hawks around tight corners and all that sort of stuff. So they're both, well, one's at 22%, the wheat seeder is at 22% seed and 76% fertilizer left, while the barley is at 29% and 78%. As you can see, here's one of them here, just down here now. So he's doing a turn just as we're coming up by him. A little bit of tidying up to do there in the corners if we were so pedantic about worrying about it. We probably won't. Probably just leave it be. I'm not so sure there's many perfect farms out there that do a perfect coverage of seed on their farm. So we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, he's continuing on through there, which is good. So he's well and truly over halfway, which is good. Alright, we're going to continue on up through here, and then probably halfway up. Alright. Here's our other big field that the other seed hawk is running on. In fact, he's finished. He's just finished. There you go. So one field is fully seeded, ready to go. So we can come back down here and grab him as well and return that to the farm. Give it a bit of a clean. And then that's one down and a few to go. Coming back into the farm now. And what we'll do is we'll bring that seed hawk back in off camera, I think, because we're about at the end of the episode now. And we will return back with that guy fully cleaned, restocked, ready to go. And he'll return to the other field that we've got left to seed. And we can continue on with all the other work. I will need to get a trailer so we can collect all that grass. We'll come up with some sort of solution there, and that will be our next goal. Now I need to go find, I think it's over here to the fuel stop. It is. That's where the Karcher is. So I'm going to give this guy a bit of a clean. And that's it for the episode though, ladies and gents. So thanks very much for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. And we will be back here on Fenton Forest for very, very soon as we continue on with doing our spring preparations with our fields and all that sort of stuff. And we look forward to coming back to you. Don't forget, if you liked the episode, press that like button. If you didn't, press the dislike button. And as always, if you're not already a subscriber to the channel, please consider subscribing. And don't forget to press that alarm notification icon so you're made aware of when new videos are available. And if you did like the video, please share it around. Tell your friends, everybody. We are on the road to 1,000 subs. We are getting closer and closer each day. And we are really looking forward to getting that next goal. And then we'll continue on from there. But anyway, until next time, this is DuckZorly Gaming, wishing you a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, no matter where you are in the world. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones. And we'll see you again very, very soon back here at DuckZorly Gaming. See you all later. Bye.